Now joining us now to further discuss the aftermath of Obama's re-election and its effects on the economy is former finance minister and Lebanese economist Jihad Azour. Can you hear me, Jihad?
Yes.
Hi. All right, let's start. Economists warn that allowing the full impact of a fiscal cliff in America to occur would further slow an already sluggish recovery, while failure to address the deficit issue could bring another downgrade of the U.S. credit rating. Now, is that correct?
Of course, the short-term issue is how to address the fiscal situation and reach an agreement with the Republicans on that. As you know, if by the year end there is no negotiated solution, there will be automatic cut, which means that the nascent recovery that the American economy is enjoying will come to an end. And this is a major issue. As we remember last time, rating agencies downgraded the U.S. credit worthiness because of that. And therefore, the short-term and immediate issue is to address the fiscal situation, in addition to find a path to strengthen the recovery in order to create jobs, implement the healthcare reform, as well as also address the relationship between the U.S. and China when it comes to trade and to exchange rates.
Now, speaking of jobs, the jobs picture has been improving gradually. Employers added a solid 171,000 jobs in October. Hiring was also stronger in August and September than first thought. Now, do you believe the next 4 years will be better than the previous ones?
Well, you know, the new administration is banking on increasing capital expenditures by new infrastructure projects, as well as also helping small and medium-sized enterprises, while increasing taxes on the high-income people. And this is, in fact, where there is a big difference between what Mitt Romney was proposing, which is, in fact, to have the fiscal adjustment done on reducing spending and, you know, keeping the tax system supportive to big investors and to Wall Street executives. Definitely, the U.S. economy is in better shape than Europe. The fact that the U.S. is enjoying progressively with the oil discovery independence when it comes to oil, as well as also the gas. Those are positive elements. I think the name of the game is to which extent the negotiations with China will lead to, in fact, rebalancing the current account deficit.
Mr. Azour, just talking, you've just mentioned Europe and China twice. So I just want to touch on that. Europe is still sinking into a recession. Leaders there are struggling to defuse a debt crisis and save the euro currency. Now, China's a powerhouse economy, the second largest in the world, and it's decelerating, slowing growth across Asia and beyond. What does an Obama re-election mean for the world economies?
Well, you know, for the world economy, the key issues are, the relationship between China and the U.S., the two biggest economies. As you know, China also is going through political transition with the nomination of new leadership this week. There are mounting criticism in the U.S. about, the trade relationship with China, and I'm sure that the new administration has to do something. When it comes to to the Eurozone, I think what is important for the U.S. is to maintain stable the current international currency regime and not to have crisis in the Eurozone that will trigger credit crunch globally and would lead to additional utilization of quantitative easing by the Federal Reserve.
Okay, Mr. Azour, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cut you there. We have run out of time. Now, this does mark the end of our newscast today. Here's a reminder of our top stories. Miati claims the new wage scale needs to be resolved calmly as the SCC takes to Beirut streets. Lebanon's leaders praise the formation of the Petroleum Authority, the first major step in future oil exploration. And Assad rejects calls to seek a safe exit as the SNC elects the new leadership amid ongoing violence. You're watching Future TV. Catch us every day at the same time for the latest from Lebanon and the world. Have a good evening and goodbye.